Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to be taking a look at my most recent Blu-ray pickups. Starting off with a fan favorite, this is from Scorpion Releasing, and that is Death Wish 3 from Canon Films. And this is a classic, crazy Death Wish sequel. I mean, it's probably the one that most people think about because the first one is a rather serious film, and I think the second one, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much the same as the first. And of course, Canon eventually picked up the rights to it, and they just gave Michael Winner the ability to do absolutely anything he wanted, and the end result is a crazy, over-the-top action film that is a perfect viewing for a movie night with some friends. It's kind of well known, and this new release has a brand new 2K scan from the original Interpositive, so you're getting a decent quality. Not too many special features. There's an audio commentary with an author who wrote some stuff about Charles Bronson, and then there's just an interview with Kirk Taylor, also known as the Giggler. So yeah, kind of a bare bones release, but I think the transfer is probably worth it. So that is Death Wish 3. We have another Scorpion Releasing title that I picked up. This came out earlier in the summer. Decided to grab it along with Death Wish 3, and that is Night Visitor. Yes, Night Visitor. It's kind of a Fright Night kind of ripoff, but sort of mixed with the occult. So just replace the vampires from Fright Night with the occult. This was recommended to me by Brian Sauer of Just the Discs and Pure Cinema Podcast. He has a YouTube channel himself, and he's been just doing kind of the stuff what I've been doing, and then just posting stuff about Blu-rays. So if you like that, check him out. He has some really great recommendations, and I took him up on this one. So I'm probably going to watch this later in the month for Halloween. The last Scorpion title I picked up is Death Ship. This is the alternative artwork. The other side is just, I think, the theatrical poster of the ship. And I watched this yesterday. It's from 1980, and it stars George Kennedy, Richard Crenna, and it's essentially about a ship. The survivors of a shipwreck discover a new ship, and guess what? It might be a ghost ship, and it's kind of outdated. I think if this movie was made a little bit later into the 80s, we would have seen some of the more traditional 80s tropes that kind of came after like the slasher genre boom, and some other things got, basically this film feels a little outdated for being a film that was made in 1980. The score kind of reminds me of like a 70s TV movie at some points, but George Kennedy's fine in it. He's hamming it up. There's some silly moments throughout the film. It's not extremely violent or gory, and I think just because the fact that there's children involved in the film too, they couldn't like go over the top. But there's some really interesting little set pieces, and kind of the twist when you discover what this ship that they've decided to go on, what the real secret of it is kind of interesting. It's kind of out there. And if you're a fan of this movie, Scorpion did a great job with this release. They have some audio commentary, and yeah, it's interesting. Death Ship. You can get this on Amazon. The slipcover is now out of print from Ronin Flicks. Okay, next we have my Severin September package. I got the whole shebang. I didn't get like all the extra goodies. They're not essential to me, but I'm gonna try my best to show this one really quick and then put it back because it has female breasts on it. If it was male breasts, it'd be okay, but because it's female breasts, this video that probably is only going to get 40 views is going to get demonetized. And that is Massacre in Dinosaur Valley. All right, you see it? All right, it's gone. So this is one that I was really excited for. There's an 88 Films release over in the UK. And this film came out a few years after the Italian cannibal genre, and I'll get to that with the next film as well. But this movie is not a crazy over-the-top cannibal film. It has gore and has some really horrific moments, but it's not like Cannibal Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox. It's more like an adventure film, and the title is a little misleading. There are no... Excuse me. I'm gonna keep that in. I don't care. I burped. There are no dinosaurs. I was thinking that this movie was gonna be kind of like a Ray Harryhausen Clash of the Titans, or like a Skull Island, where there's going to be creatures inhabiting this valley. But no, it was just cannibals. So overall, this is a great release. I had a lot of fun watching it. It's definitely a good viewing for those who might be a little bit too squeamish when it comes to the idea of watching a cannibal film. So if you're showcasing this film towards that kind of audience, this would be a great pick because it has some action elements to the film as well. Wipe my nose. But I can't say that's the case with the next film, because this one is a extreme cannibal film, and that is the Indonesian film Primitives. This is a film that came out in 1980. I don't know what was going on in 1980. You had Cannibal Apocalypse, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, Primitives. Never heard of this film until Severin announced it. I do like finding these cannibal films, the ones that I've never heard of, because I pretty much own all of them. And yeah, this movie is not for everyone. It's from the same director who did Satan's Slave. There's a lot of movies called Satan's Slave, but the one that Severin put out earlier this year. So they have the filmmaker's filmography, I guess. But this one has animal cruelty in it. So if you're not a fan of watching these exotic animals, kind of not necessarily exotic, but they're not roaming New England, you might not want to check this one out. This one might be a pass for you. So I enjoyed this movie, but I won't say it comes recommended because let's just say it's not a first date movie, and it's probably not a first year anniversary date movie unless your significant other is into cannibal movies that go all the way. So that's Primitives. The last Severin title that I have to show is Cruel Jaws, also known as Jaws 5. And this was an exclusive slipcover for, I think, like 1 weekend only. I had to pick it up. This is directed by Bruno Mattei, one of my favorite Italian schlock filmmakers. He did Robo War, he did Strike Commando, Shocking Dark, and he frequently worked with Claudio Fragasso, who is also known for directing Troll 2. So that's the type of quality you get when you watch a Bruno Mattei film. And this is a film I've always wanted to see, but it's just not been available here in the States because there is a score that's quite similar to John Williams, not just Jaws, but also like Indiana Jones and also Star Wars a little bit. And there's like a Hulk Hogan impersonator, and I think there's stock footage of the fourth Jaws in this film. So there's always been an issue getting this one here in the States. I'm so glad Severin was able to do the Lord's work. This is probably one of my favorite releases of the year. I mean, look at that. We have Jaws 5 on Blu-ray. We live in a world where The Abyss doesn't exist on Blu-ray, but Jaws 5 exists. Weird world we live in. So those are the Severin titles, and now we're going to get to a quick Scream Factory pile. This is the Vincent Price collection, and this was originally out of print for a while now, and Scream Factory put out 2 other collections, and they just recently brought this one back, so that's pretty cool. I'm a fan of Vincent Price. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but I've enjoyed the ones I've seen. And this comes with 6 films. I'm not going to go through all of them. You could just look them up because this video is getting a little long. But there's just a ton of special features on here. I think for $40, I think I paid for this. This is essential, and hopefully this does well. And Scream Factory could get the rights back to 2 and 3. So they could put them out. I know there's been some time to get them, but I personally didn't get the opportunity to. I really want House on Haunted Hill. That's my favorite Vincent Price film. So get on it, Scream. And then lastly, from Scream Factory, I just picked this up out of the blue. It was on sale on Amazon, and that is the Fly collection. Really nice, beefy, I just said that, box set. Hard. If I wasn't holding my microphone, I would tap it. It's like a knock on wood. My dogs are probably going to freak out now. But this comes with 5 Fly movies. I didn't even know there was 5. We have the original, Return of the Fly, The Curse of the Fly, David Cronenberg's remake, and the sequel. And unfortunately, there are no new transfers. 20th Century Fox didn't give the okay for Scream Factory. It happens. But there's some great special features. There's a new special feature with Mel Brooks. I almost said Mel Gibson, but Mel Brooks. And he produced the David Cronenberg Fly remake. And it's really cool to have him talk about it. And I think there's some special features with Mick Garris, who co-wrote The Fly 2. He's always fun to hear talk. And yeah, this is a great set. I think it comes recommended for anyone who's a fan of The Fly. I just wanted to get the Cronenberg film and all special features again with the original poster art. Those all come included. So yeah, that is the Fly box set from Scream Factory. So there you have it, folks. Those are the Blu-ray pickups for the last few weeks. If there's any disc that you want to see a review of, a more in-depth review, one that has talking about the special features or the film itself, reviewing it, let me know down in the comments. There's a wide variety of films in this pile that I can do something like that. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a like, a comment regardless, or maybe subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I like making these videos now. I'll probably try to do at least 2 videos a week and try to get better and better with editing, with lighting. I'm still using my iPhone, but hopefully I get a better camera and then it will look a little bit decent. So without further ado, guys, until next time, see you all, be safe, stay positive, and take care.